Jewish exile, a long, epic saga. Full of pain, loss, and hardship. But also incredible resilience. It began millennia ago. In lands called Israel and Judea. Nestled between major empires. Think Egypt, Babylon, Rome. This prime location made them a target. Constantly invaded and conquered. One early tragedy struck in the 6th century BC. Babylon was super powerful then. Their king attacked the kingdom of Judah. He didn't just conquer, he destroyed Solomon's temple. The holiest site for Jews. Thousands of Jews were captured. Especially the educated, forced into Babylonian slavery. Life in Babylon was brutal. Enslaved, they toiled for the empire. But instead of giving up, they adapted. Jewish scholars in Babylon started writing down their scriptures, teaching their faith. To ensure their heritage was never forgotten. They built communities where they shared struggles and kept their traditions alive. The scriptures we're talking about? The Hebrew Bible, or Torah. It's central to Judaism. Filled with teachings, laws, and their history. From chosen people to exiles and suffering. Then, in 539 BC, the Persian king Cyrus the Great defeated Babylon. He let the Jews return home. But not everyone went back. Some had grown accustomed to exile. Jewish communities began spreading out. No longer just in their homeland. But peace was short-lived. A few centuries later, under Roman rule, new troubles emerged. In 70 AD, Jews revolted against Rome. And lost. The Romans retaliated brutally, destroying the Second Temple in Jerusalem. Tens of thousands were killed. Many were expelled from their land. Forced to wander. Across Europe, North Africa. This time, it was a definitive banishment. No return allowed. Lacking farmland. Jews turned to trade, commerce, and lending. Often looked down upon, but it was survival. They were also skilled artisans. Crafting jewelry and weaving textiles. Their drive for knowledge made them highly educated. Contributing greatly to medicine, math, and philosophy. Wherever they went, they tried to survive. Building lives. But persecution and prejudice continued. By the Middle Ages, Jews were seen as enemies of God. Because they rejected Jesus as the Messiah. This led to isolation in segregated areas. Called ghettos. These ghettos were often cramped, unsanitary. With high walls and guarded gates. Jews couldn't own land. Or join guilds. Forced into roles like moneylending or small-scale trading. This separation and their lending practices made them targets of hatred and false accusations. Like poisoning wells or kidnapping children for rituals. This fueled horrific events during the Crusades, 11th to 13th centuries. Tens of thousands massacred across Europe, especially in Germany and France. A seemingly endless tragedy, Jews became scapegoats for societal anger. During the Renaissance, Jewish lives didn't improve much. They remained outsiders in European nations. A key event, 1492. Spanish monarchs Ferdinand and Isabella ordered all Jews to leave Spain or convert to Christianity. About 200,000 fled, taking what little they could. To places like Turkey, North Africa, and Eastern Europe. Those who stayed and feigned conversion faced suspicion. Accused of secretly practicing Judaism, hunted by the Inquisition. In countries like Germany and Russia, Jews were barred from many areas. Or confined to specific regions, like Russia's Pale of Settlement. There, they lived in poverty, often attacked in organized riots. known as pogroms. Homes and property destroyed. Many lives lost. Authorities often ignored or even encouraged it. Europe changed by the 19th century. With the spread of Enlightenment ideas, some nations granted Jews civil rights, like France after its revolution. But this freedom was short-lived. Modern anti-Semitism arose, blending old religious prejudices with new nationalism. Jews were seen as fundamentally different, unassimilable, blamed for problems. From economic woes to political unrest. This set the stage for greater horrors in the 20th century. World War II marked the peak of persecution. Nazi Germany under Hitler attempted to exterminate all European Jews. Roughly 6 million were murdered, including kids, women, and the elderly. They were sent to camps and met tragic ends. Jews were again stripped of all rights, their property stolen, forced to wear identifying marks and crammed into concentration camps. This isn't just a Jewish tragedy, but proof of human cruelty. When prejudice and hate fester for centuries. Even after World War II ended, Jews still face discrimination worldwide. Many survivors couldn't go home, their communities were destroyed. They had to resettle in places like the US, Canada, and elsewhere. Thus, Jews were scattered for 1,000 years. And after centuries of wandering, they made their dream of returning home a reality. That journey is a tale of blood, tears, and hope. It began in the late 19th century. The Zionist movement was born. Jews called for their ancestral land in Palestine, where they were once expelled. World War I brought an opportunity when Britain took control of Palestine and issued the Balfour Declaration, promising a homeland for Jews. But these hopes weren't easy. They faced fierce opposition from the native Arabs. And blood continued to be shed. After World War II, with 6 million Jews murdered by Nazis, the world finally saw that a nation abandoned for centuries still needed a home. It wasn't just a dream. In 1947, the UN proposed a plan to partition Palestine, dividing land for Jews and Arabs. But only the Jews agreed. Thanks for watching.